When I talk of academically unproductive political professors, I mean politicians among the professors within and without the university system. When they are in the university system, all they do is to seek appointment or election into this or that position. And that is of more concern to them than academic work. Not to talk of those who are even outside the system, have become part of government, having government to formulate exploitative policies and supporting it. Whether they are within or without, these professors, classroom teaching becomes secondary or non-existent at all. They are not available for it, they have no time for it, they have other assignments outside of the classroom. So primarily I call them academically unproductive. And sometimes they have no conscience. They will hire people, pay people to write papers in their names, publish in their names, so that they can be eligible for academic promotion and benefits. Height of dishonesty. Now, another thing about them is that they collude with the university administration against fellow workers for their own personal aggrandizement. Even when they are leaders of the Academic Staff Union of Nigerian Universities, the tendency is to play into the hands of the university administrators for this or that benefit at the expense of their fellow academic workers. Let me start with the Academic Staff Union of Nigerian Universities, ASU. As I speak, only God knows how many universities, federal universities or state universities still have ASU as a union that is supposed to defend the rights and the entitlements of ASU members. ASU, for the most part, is now in the pocket of universities administrators, here or there, with nobody to fight for the rights and the entitlements of the federal universities workers, colluding with the university administrators against the workers, fellow teachers, fellow lecturers. That is the experience. They get the favors they want from the university administrators. Fellow workers can go to hell. The same leadership of ASU colluded with government, the government of Goodluck Ebele Asikwe Jonathan, in 2012, and resolved to be extorting a percentage of each ASU member's monthly salary monthly. It's not possible if government does not cooperate, because the money is deducted from source. And so university administrators and government are needed to support it to be possible. And they know what is happening. The decision to be extorting a percentage of each ASU members' monthly salary was taken by ASU leadership after they amended the constitution with oligarchic powers that they arrogate to themselves. But everything is working for them because they have the backing of both the university administrators and government, without which it's not possible. And so, in 2013 it was that ASU leadership colluded with the same government of Goodluck Ebele Asikwe Jonathan and started getting the so-called end academic allowance in lieu of increment of salaries due since 2013. The last increment of salaries was in 2013. It was in 2009. But when another one was due in 2013, ASU leadership and government colluded to be paying fraudulent end academic allowance in lieu of increment of salaries for federal universities workers, academic and non-academic, because the so-called EAA was shared with both ASU and non-ASU unions. So that is the harmony between these professors and government. I call them professor, even though the person who started it as the chairman, as the president of ASU that time was Dr. Nasir Issa Fage. But since then, it has been Professor Biodun Ogunyemi, Professor Emmanuel Osodeke, and the current one, professors. So, approximately all of them professors. That is as far as the university system is concerned. Politically, you also have these professors colluding with government to formulate this or that policy to the disadvantage of Nigerians. The current, let's take just one example. The computer-based test imposed on the Unified Tertiary Matriculation Examination, UTME, by the Joint Admission and Matriculation Board, JAMB, was cooked by the professors in charge, starting with Professor Dibo Ojenide in 2013, implemented in 2014, and now by his successor, Professor Isaac Olaniwaju Oloyede. But where I'm going is that emboldened by that imposition since 2013 till date, the current presidency of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, leveraging on that, now want to impose CBT on WAEC and NECO, West African Examination Council, WAEC, and the Nigeria's National Examination Council, NECO. Because Nigerians have come to accept it, even with all the impossibilities made possible. In the absence of pervasive, stable electricity and network, nationwide, including Nigeria's seat of power, Aso Rock, getting money for generator and fuel in the annual budget. So when I say these people are unproductive academically, when last did some of them in politics in Nigeria or in the university system, when last did some of them get to the classroom to teach anything? When last? Ask them. Yet they pretend to have publications done for them by payment to this or that person. So what are we talking about? It must be reversed, because the workers are suffering, as academic and non-academic workers, because of these bad leaders selling them to government. And through the UTME, they have also sold the CBT idea to government. But because those in government and these professors have no conscience, they have no concern for fellow human beings, they have no sympathy or empathy for people who are grossly suffering from lack of electricity. Yes, we are in a computer age, but Nigeria has not come of age. Nigeria is retrogressing. Electricity is not there. Network is scarce. Electricity is scarce.